It's 3:30 in the morning. I just finally got done a video review that I was supposed to do a month ago. Now, if whoever stumbles on this channel, I have another channel. This is kind of like I could do whatever I want with this channel. I don't expect to get money off of this channel. Even though my other channel doesn't even have 100 subscribers, I'm going to try to do something with that channel. It's called Oskino Films, OSCINO Films. And I do video reviews. I was trying to do a lot on that channel. I was trying to put videos on there, like skits and all that. I was trying to put a podcast on there, which it was going well till like some things happen. I really like doing the podcast because, you know, a couple of my friends were like, it was just us, a couple of friends, we was bullshitting and all that other stuff. It wasn't very organized, but at the same time, it was very, very good to do. And, you know, I was doing, now that, you know, this was mostly on myself, I was doing video reviews, which I used to do written. Now, if you ever like go to my website, askinosworld.squarespace.com, I've done written reviews, and they're more thought out because, you know, when you write them out, you think them out. When I do my video reviews, I just go off the fly. So it's just, I don't want to say it's improv. It's just me off the top of it, just saying how I feel. Not really that intricate. I'm nowhere near Anthony Fantano, and I feel like if anybody does video reviews, he's the pinnacle. And his is very thought out, and he's been doing it for like a long time, so I don't expect to get to that level, but I do expect, you know, I want people to do look at my reviews as like, yeah, he got a point. So, October, it was funny because October, I was really doing it, and I was doing it heavy, and like, music was just coming out like that. It was good. I was on my grind, and then November, it kind of slowed down a little bit, but then again, it wasn't that much music come out. And I was supposed to do Anderson .Paak, and I listened to that album so many times, and I'm like, I really want to give this album a good review. So I'm like, I really want to like get real detail about this and all that. And then that's where it started, where I was like, all right, let's do the review, and then I'll do it later. And this is also when I started working at Walmart. And I know people say that might be it, but I can't really. I was just procrastinating. I would just say I'll do it later. I keep doing it later. I would do it later. Never got around to it. Every time I look at it, never got around to it. And like, it's not that I had to set up equipment. My equipment is already set up. The lights that I use is already set up. Everything is there. All I have to do is just move a chair, sit down, talk my shit, and then go about my business. Edit, and then do all that. Which is real. I can do that in like an hour now. Maybe hour and a half now. So, procrastination is a bitch. And it's one of, you know, when usually people want to change something about them, me, it's always been procrastination. Now, I never put this on the job description because I feel like that won't get you hired. But that's the one thing I wish I didn't have, is like, because when I procrastinate hard. If I feel like I can do it later, I will do it later. And then when it's time to come, I think the one gift about people who procrastinate is that when you finally do the work, it's real good. That's kind of like how I've been. And like, every time, like one time I had this class and we had to write essays. Every essay I wrote it the day before, and then just turn it, turn it in, and it was good. Now the thing about it is, I passed, and then those essays are really good, probably because I've done reviews. So every time I want to get rid of the procrastination, it seems like it never goes away. Like, I joined the Navy, and the one thing I told my recruiter, does it, and I don't blame him for it. And the first day I asked, because it was like, I have a real bad procrastination problem. Will the Navy help me with procrastination? Now, I think he gave me an honest answer. I said, I think it depends on you, but yeah, the Navy's really like, he basically said, yeah, it should help you with your procrastination problem if you're real good. But I know some people, they still kind of procrastinate and all that other stuff. He gave me an honest answer. So I came in hoping that the Navy would help me with a procrastination problem. It didn't. I don't want to say it made it worse, but I just never, I don't think it cured it either. But I'm not going to blame the Navy for my procrastination problem or making it worse. I think it's just me. That's my trait. The reason why I knew I had a big procrastination problem is that if anybody knows in the Navy, and you're on a carrier, and especially the Truman, but this is mostly shit, you have these quals you have to get. You don't really have to get them, but it's good to get them for your career. And, you know, if you're the ESWAS and airpen, your surface warfare and your air warfare. Now, I was a home maintenance technician, HT. You don't really have to get them both. You just got to get the ESWAS, the surface warfare. And usually the air people, they just get the air warfare. And anything that has to do with that, get the air warfare. I never got any of them, but all my friends, they did. Now, the only reason I never got mine is because, one, I really didn't want it. Now, it was that I was a shit sailor. Like, I will bust my ass. I will say this. When the work needs to be done, I could do the work. I will bust my ass, but when it came to that ESWAT shit, one, I didn't like taking tests anyway. So that was one thing. Second, I didn't want it. And third, it was like, when I got in, it was no need to rush it because you had to wait a year. You had to learn your job, which I enjoyed doing my job. That's why I felt like I was really good HT more than a sailor. I've always said that. I think I was a better HT than I was a sailor. And that's on me. By the time I left the boat, I was trying to get it, but I was going to get honorably discharged and all that other stuff. So, I never got it. But there was, by the time, like, around my third or fourth year, you know, new captain, new rules. Instead of waiting a year, you can just get it immediately. Like, most people don't even know their own job, and yet they was getting these surface warfare and naval warfare, and the shit was like okay in it. Now, I don't want to say I was mad about it because I didn't want it, so I can't get mad about something I didn't want. Because everybody that was after me, especially the women, they knew the game. They knew how to play the game. They got both of their pens, making good careers and all that other stuff. And I was telling people, I'm proud of it. I would tell people, go get it. It's just me. But the procrastination for me, it was just, especially if I don't like doing it. And if I don't have to do it, I'll just like brush it to the side. I've been trying to like conquer that. I think if anything in this life, if I could conquer anything, it's to beat this procrastination shit. And It's not going to be my New Year's resolution, but I will try to work on it. Like, I want to get on top of things. I want to get on top of things hard, and maybe when I go to Atlanta or something like that, I could probably do it. But until then, procrastination is a bitch. And this is Ray talking to Raymond. If anything, you could do anything in life, try to cure this procrastination, because you are very talented. Everybody knows you're very talented. But this procrastination shit will fuck you up. So try to get it done. Peace.